Hey guys, it's Amy again from Ara Ara, here to watch another episode of Kotaro Lives Alone. We are currently on episode 7, and I've gotta say, it's actually pretty tiring to binge all in one sitting while reacting. Because, I'm someone who constantly binge shows, but normally if I'm watching, I don't have to really react. All my thoughts are in my head. I'm not the type of person to talk in the cinema and react and all that. I actually hate people like that, but since we are trying out reaction videos, it's actually pretty tiring to be talking and watching for people who do it as a normal thing. Not people who do reaction videos. I mean normal people who go to the cinemas and watch and make noise. How do you do it? Because bruh, it's tiring. Just watch the show. Anyways, let's go ahead and watch episode 7 together.
I'm coming over to play at your house after school today, okay?
I have no objections to the request.
You two, hang out a lot together at school?
Not really.
Mind if she comes over again? And today, Kana says she wants to play again today.
Kana's so bored playing with Kotaro. I don't get why she keeps asking to come over.
Kana, I do not mind your company in the least. However, wouldn't you have a lot more fun if you were to go over to your actual friends' houses? You're quite popular in school. I've seen you play with many of our classmates.
I know, but I don't mind playing with you also. Plus, my mom said to.
Have you heard yet? Kana's dad lost his job, and they had to sell the house.
Hey, Miss Sawaguchi, I don't think Kana should come over to play anymore. You've been making her come over here because you're afraid her friends' families are better off than yours, and you don't want her to see that. And if that's the case, what does that say about how you view Kotaro? He's just a kid, trying to do the best with his living situation. Maybe you shouldn't take advantage of it.
I honestly thought it was a win-win. I mean, he doesn't seem to have a lot of friends.
Maybe next time, you'll think a little harder.
Hey, Kana, do you like playing at Kotaro's house?
Not really. But it's okay.
Huh?
'Cause you seem happy when I play at his house. Mama, I don't mind playing with him for you.
I'm so sorry, Kana.
A handmade Sugoroku game. Now Kana cannot say it is boring at my house.
You are either very noble or very dumb.
Daily exercise will help make me strong.
He really thinks that getting stronger will make his father love him.
Miss Toko, I don't feel good. He gets sick more than anyone else I know.
Okay, good sir. It is imperative that you get your daily vitamins. You need to become stronger.
Hey, Kotaro, are you okay? You don't look so good.
I am not sick. I am strong. I am a pillar of health. The strong do not succumb to colds.
Miss Toko, I'm starting to not feel very good again.
Why are you so quick to admit your weaknesses in front of the entire class? Do you not care what they all think of you?
I'd much rather stay here at school with all of my classmates. But it's easier for me to get sick. I think it's worse to get all of my friends sick than it is to let them think what they want about me.
I am sorry.
Huh?
It was wrong of me to assume that you were weak. You, sir, are very strong.
Thank you. You too.
Sir Carino, I think there may be more to strength than just a healthy body.
I have a favor to ask you. Would you possibly accompany me on an errand today? I've been saving my money to buy a new apartment, and then I thought about you. You know so much about living on your own. I had hoped that you would be able to share all of your expertise with me. Is something wrong?
Just checking for visible damage.
Understood. Good thinking. Using props is a great way to get a feel for a space. You like it?
Aye, it's a decent home.
Was it a bad idea to bring him here?
You want to take the kid to a private showing. What apartment is it?
The Sanyan Apartments, Unit 305.
Isn't that where...
Yes, it is the apartment where Kotaro and his parents used to live.
Lady Kobayashi, did you by chance read the journal entries written to my benefactor?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
But Kobayashi, there are probably a lot more painful memories for Kotaro in that house.
I did think about that. But...
On October 15th, I found a strange shaped stain on the ceiling of my room. I remembered that there was a similar mark somewhere in the house I lived in with my parents. Though now, thinking back, I cannot say where it was. I wonder how that house is now. It would be nice to know the house that we called home was still flourishing.
we just need a couple more minutes. It's not for us.
What?
Guess you're poor too, huh? That's why you're eating leaves?
I am not without money, but I find I can save on food costs this way.
So your mom made you come out here too?
She did not. I reside in my own apartment, without my mother or my father.
It's time for food! Hungry!
I get that. Hey, could you keep an eye on my younger siblings for a minute?
Should we stay here and wait for you?
Sure.
Robert!
I need to get you both back home. If we stay here any longer, it will become too dark to see. I wonder, do you know how to get home?
Brother! Brother!
Sometimes I just need a minute to myself. I don't have to worry about these two, you know?
I thought you left them.
So what if I did leave? Our mother already left us. Dad started a whole new family. Mom's been gone for months. She left some money and a note saying she'd be back soon. She said, because I'm the older brother, it's now my job to take care of my little brother and sister.
So then why would you disregard your mother's final instructions? That is a promise you must never break.
Seriously? I thought if anyone would understand, it would be you.
Cause we're the same! Thrown away like trash! Forgotten by our parents!
That's wrong. We were not thrown away.
We were thrown away!
No, sir. We were not thrown away. We were not thrown away. It's not true.
Whatever! I'm going home!
Where are you going, Mommy?
I'm not going to be able to take care of you anymore. You'll have to take care of yourself now. Be strong. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Did you hear what happened? The kids who were living here were taken away by child services. What kind of a parent just abandons their children?
They were not abandoned. I've decided to live my life with gusto.
Hero on the big screen, the first throughout the fandom.
Finally, this popular series is coming to theater.
Tono-sama.
They made that crap into a movie?
Spectacular news. I strive to live a life like the great Tono-sama. One day I will become as strong as Tono-sama.
Become strong.
Hey, watch it!
Hey, Mizuki.
Lady Mizuki, may I ask what just happened to your cheek?
You always see right through me, Kotaro.
Your boyfriend?
I told him that I didn't want to see him anymore. But I guess he didn't like that. And he started waiting for me outside of work and following me home. And then yesterday, he actually hit me. I really probably should have broken up with him months ago. You know, when we first started dating, he was sweet. After a while, he seemed more interested in my money than me. And then he got mean. But I was too scared to leave him, so I just stayed.
Mizuki, I'm so sorry that happened, but you need to go to the police. If you're scared, I can come with you.
Or you can just let me beat him up for you.
How long have you been standing there? Also, more violence is never the answer to violence.
Lady Mizuki, your best recourse is to leave your abode. Your boyfriend knows the location of this apartment. You need to get away quickly before things escalate any further.
Look, I'm gonna try to go to the police like Karino suggested.
Listen to me, my lady. You do not want to be the reason someone you love becomes a bad guy. I could be mistaken, but it seems to me you still love your boyfriend. I agree, you do need to break up with him. But you don't want to make things worse than they already are. I know this, because I turned my father into a bad guy. Lady Mizuki, do not make the same mistakes that I did.
It's so hard. It wasn't all bad. There were good times, too.
I know. It's never easy.
Guess you're really leaving, huh, Mizuki?
Thank you for everything.
Take care of yourself.
Yo, why are you wearing the mask?
Tis none of your concern.
Hey, Kotaro. I don't think you should blame yourself for what happened to your father. I did call the police in the end, and it was your strength that helped me do that.
Wait, so you don't need to leave then?
Well, there wasn't enough evidence to arrest him, so he could still come looking for me. I'm so sorry, Kotaro. I know I promised you we'd be together forever.
I remember. No such promise.
Thank you for everything. I love you.
You can take that silly mask off. No one here is gonna judge you if you're crying right now.
You are mistaken.
You know if you need a hug, I'm here for you.
Unnecessary.
Okay, so the first part of the episode was with Kana. Wait, hold on. It's just so sad that in the outro, it's all four of them together having a picnic. And I mean, you could see from the previous episodes that the person that Kotaro was closest to, I mean, like in terms of sharing a lot of moments, it was always Mitsuki. And it's just sad that now, you know, someone that was essential to his life is gone. The first part of the episode was about Kana. First thing though about Kana, just like a side note, was the way that she pronounced Kotaro's name. I think that was the most perfect pronunciation of his name in the entire series. So props on that voice actor. But yeah, it was an episode where although Kotaro has adults in his life that is very understanding of his situation and is there to help him, that not everyone is that nice. There are adults that are just really, really mean and will take advantage of even this small boy and his situation just to make themselves look good, and it's just messed up. Then the next part of the episode was that kid who got sick. I didn't get to note down his name, but it sort of reminded me of I believe it was the second episode where we see Mitsuki crying. And Kotaro himself tells Mitsuki, it's okay to cry. It's not a sign of weakness. I would not change the way I think of you. The thing is, he does not apply that to himself. He still sees crying as a weakness. For him, he doesn't mind if someone else cries or is weak. He doesn't see them any different. But when it comes to him, he thinks that all these little things that he wouldn't really mind on other people is a weakness to him. Because he grew up that way, that if he cried, if he wasn't strong, it's his fault. He's weak. That thought was probably further enhanced in his mind when his mom left him and told him, like, you have to be strong. Just have one foot after the other. You just have to stay strong. But then what's important about that episode with that little kid with the weak immune system, it was a valuable lesson for him to know that strength is not necessarily something very physical. It's mental, it's emotional as well. And there is no shame in admitting that you are weak, especially if the intention is to care, is for the protection of other people. And that also just kind of demonstrates that Kotaro never realized how strong he actually already is. So he's just been trying to get strong physically without realizing the fact that he doesn't cry that easily. He's a 4-year-old living alone. He doesn't see that as strength. For him, he still thinks that since his father is still not around and happy, this situation that he's in right now is still him being weak. And yeah, it's just something that he should he he still hasn't realized that, and that's very, very sad. The next part of the episode, the unfortunate children. Again, like, Kotaro didn't believe he was strong because he never really believed. He was like in denial of the situation that he's in. He still thinks that, oh, whatever I'm going through is pretty normal. It's fine, it's fine. I just have to keep moving forward. But he doesn't realize that he was abused, he was abandoned, and he's still finding it hard to believe that. But what bothers me a little bit is that they call child services on these three kids, but no one calls child services on Kotaro, and in fact they give him money every single week. So it's just kind of weird to me, the whole setup, but I mean, I don't know. Next was the part with Mitsuki. I mentioned in the previous episode, the thing with Kotaro is he believes the best thing to do is to move far away. It makes him suffer. But everyone else is fine. It doesn't make anyone look like the bad guy. Everyone is still great. Everyone's living in peace. It doesn't matter if he has to suffer, as long as everyone's happy. And he gives that same advice to Mitsuki, and I'm glad Mitsuki took the advice of Karino to call the police instead, because it shows Kotaro another version of strength, that you have to be strong. And just because you're making someone else look like a bad guy because they actually are being bad to you, doesn't mean you have to blame yourself for that. And you have to face that voice in your head that blames yourself, that it's your fault. I'm glad Mitsuki called the police and didn't just run away, but yeah, unfortunately did have to go away. So it's sort of like a last resort sort of thing, but I'm glad that she called the police and told Kotaro, like, okay, this calling the police when you're in danger is not your fault, and it's the right thing to do. And actually even shows the strength that Kotaro has had till this date. That's it. Those are my comments for today's episodes. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Ara Ara Podcast. Don't forget to hit the bell button as well, so you get notifications on when we produce new videos. And you can follow me as well at Hasta La Vista Amy. Alright, till the next episode. Bye guys!
Ara Ara.